Ladies and gentlemen, grab your saga bundles, pour yourself a glass of spiritually cleansing water, and brace yourself because the Ace family is back in the headlines, and this time not for scamming fans or hosting bizarre boxing matches in empty stadiums. No, we've upgraded from public embarrassment to public embarrassment. That's right, Catherine dropped sample chapters of a new book and basically said, hey world, here's all of Austin's dirty laundry in hardcover. And boy, did Austin not like that. He logged onto the internet with the energy of someone who just discovered their ex aired out their worst moment in Times New Roman font size 12 and said, y'all thought I was gonna stay quiet, watch this. And now we're here in the messiest ex couple shutdown since the Kardashians divorced every man they've ever met. Let's get into it. So apparently Catherine's upcoming autobiography is more like an auto-BURN-ography because the first chapter isn't about her childhood, her dreams, or even her skincare routine. It's about Austin. Straight up page 1, let me tell you why my husband was trash. Austin is shook that the book starts off with him calling it clickbait. So this isn't YouTube anymore. There's no thumbnail, but I get it. Nothing like thinking you're on good co-parenting terms only to open your ex's book and read chapter 1, the cheating clown who ruined my life. Austin says they've been like best friends recently, co-parenting, pizza parties, him calling Catherine and her new boyfriend all in the living room. Bro really sounds like the dad from a sitcom that just found out the mom wrote a tell-all. But wait, it gets better or worse, depending on your tolerance for reality TV drama playing out. Austin admits he cheated finally, but in true influencer fashion, he says he was going to tell the world in the YouTube video, but Catherine didn't want him to.
Caused me to seek it elsewhere. It caused me to make bad decisions. I admit, I've failed.
He claimed that he flipped it, took accountability, was ready to take the fall like he was confessing sins at a digital conference, and said, she said, now don't post that. Which, look, I know YouTube videos ain't therapy, but the man had a thumbnail ready. And plot twist, he brings out voice recording like we in a courtroom drama directed by the petty ghost of Shakespeare.
You're doing what you want to do. Am I allowed to do what I want to do?
No, you just say you weren't happy.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Like, say what you said in your video. I just think your video would have been, you would have had a lot of backlash.
Now, before we go any further, yes, recording people without permission in California is illegal. But Austin was out here like Judge Judy with a microphone playing clips of Catherine allegedly saying, don't post that, you'll get backlash, which in his translation is, I was protecting you and now you write a book. Sir, this is not a Lifetime movie, calm down. Also, side note, if your ex wants you not to post something because of backlash, that's not a green light. That's your redemption begging for a PR manager. But it doesn't end there, oh no. We then spiral down the ayahuasca rabbit hole. According to Austin, Catherine went on a spiritual journey so intense she told him she was the reincarnation of Virgin Mary. At this point, I had to pause and double check I wasn't watching a Netflix cult documentary.
Through her ayahuasca journey, she was telling me how one moment she feels like she's a psychic. The next moment she felt like she was a healer. The next moment, she turned me into a mermaid. I was being as supportive as I could. She even went as far as telling me that she was the reincarnated Virgin Mary. And that she no longer wanted to have sex with me, and she didn't want to use her body in that way. You guys put yourself in my shoes, and if your significant other told you that they were the Virgin Mary and no longer wanted to have sex with you, what would you do?
He says she was doing retreats, channeling energies, turning him into a mermaid, which honestly sounds kind of fun, but to him it was the beginning of the end. He is claiming this whole spiritual awakening led her to another man. One she met during this retreats, he found coded text messages between them written in what he calls a language he didn't understand. Boys, bro.
And believed her because I had no idea what the fuck this meant. What does that mean? What type of language is that? No idea.
Bro, it's probably just astrology terms. Calm down. Mercury was a retrograde, not your relationship. But seriously accuses her of cheating emotionally, if not physically, while on her path to becoming a mystical queen of the universe. He says while she was off becoming a crystal wielding person, their relationship dissolved into intense smoke and verge chakra talks. And then buckle up, Austin drops the nuclear concern, the kids. He says Catherine was allegedly hosting these ceremonies in the house where his kid sleeps. He says strangers were hallucinating in the living room and that some of Catherine's friends came to him like, yo, your ex just spiritually yeeted us into another dimension against our will. Austin starts getting emotional, tearing up, saying he was considering full custody, concerned for the safety. Now, regardless of how you feel about him, that's serious. It's one thing to fight about who cheated. It's another to say you're worried about literal strangers doing psychedelic rituals near your toddlers. But let's pull back for a second. Here's where things get really great because yes, Austin admits to cheating, but also insists Catherine knew and basically gave him permission. Allegedly says, just don't make me look dumb, which sounds like something somebody says at 3 a.m. when they're given up on their relationship. Not an enthusiastic consent to be portrayed. And Catherine, she stayed with him for years after he allegedly cheated, defended him, called him her soulmate. So Austin is out here like, why you mad now? And honestly, he has a tiny point and also misses the bigger one. Just because somebody stayed doesn't mean they were okay. Sometimes people stay out of fear, confusion, and because they haven't fully realized how bad things were. Trauma has a leg on them, and Catherine might just be now reclaiming her narrative. Now, Austin's main frustration seems to be, why are you monetizing our drama in a book when we were cool last week? And honestly, welcome to the influencer economy. There are YouTubers who get divorced and sell product right at this point. Exes need NDAs like prenups at this point. So here we are, Catherine's releasing a memoir that's half trauma dump, half takedown. Austin's releasing a counter video that's part documentary, part emotional hostage situation. There's crying, confusion, and more finger pointing than a Spider-Man meme conversation. In the end, it's messy, like very messy, but also very on brand for them because the Ace family, for all its glit and glam at this point and bad real estate deals, has always been about presenting perfection while holding chaos. Now that this chaos is public, it's not just entertaining, it's really honest, too honest, maybe like put down the phone honest. But hey, at least we know Catherine's book won't be boring. Chapter 1 alone was spicier than anything they ever posted on their channel. So to the both of them, good luck, and to the rest of us, pass the popcorn. The divorce is going to be longer than the Ace family's outro. To me, they both seem like they need a lot of therapy and to stay off the internet for the sake of their kids. But that's my thoughts on the whole thing. Let me know in the comments your opinion. Who are you guys siding with in this whole thing? Thus far, I've seen everyone say they both freaking crazy, and that's the only thing I agree with, that something is seriously wrong with them. And I think that the only reason they stayed together, or she stayed with him, is because of money. And then when she went on this whole spiritual journey, she was like, oh, I should just be alone. And that's what she decided to do. And now obviously the YouTube isn't making them as much money as it used to because no one's posting there. So Austin's always doing these crazy things like his stream that he got going on and his antics that he does on Snapchat. And she's coming out with a book because, you know, people still gotta get paid. That's it for this video. Once again, I'm ending it here this time. Do not forget to like and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. I'm still figuring out my editing style. For now, we're doing these ones right here. So check out some of these other videos that I done. Until the next, peace.